You're all familiar with the Millennium Ecosystem Assessment. This is basically where the concept of ecosystem services has come to some kind of popular knowledge. There's an ongoing debate in ecology and for much longer, but this is where this concept has come to a broader setting. And now it looks rather trivial to say, okay, we have certain ecosystem services and they directly provide input to human well-being. But I once listened to a presentation by Dick Norgard, who was involved in this formulation of this framework, and he was telling us about how many workshops it took them to finally agree between natural scientists, biologists, ecologists on the one hand, and then social scientists on the other, to bring these different points of view and points of interest together. If you consider that usually ecology and biology looks into functions and processes, and social science might be interested in the fact, is nature happening on its own, or is it constructed by the respective society? You have quite a gap to bridge. What maybe is the most prominent add-on to this from TEEB is this, although it's not from TEEB, as most things are not originally from TEEB, but just pulled together by the TEEB initiative, is this differentiating between or from biophysical structures or processes that form that are the underlying fabric of functions to services, to benefits, and then finally to economic value. And this has proven a useful heuristic, and the point I want to make with this is, I think you've been focusing a lot on the economic value aspect of it. I think often in communication, and if we look at the examples, it's very, very useful to focus on the service and benefit part before we look into the value part, so that there is clarity on what are we talking about and where does this come from. Benefit is always to someone. So benefit is something that certain people in society have, and if we have a total economic value, that usually doesn't tell us one bit about who has these benefits, how are they distributed, and who might, and these might also be, this economic value is a balance of positives and negatives possibly. So we might have people losing out with whatever option. So besides focusing on the economic value, it's essential, especially if we go into the real world situations where these trade-offs occur, that we look at benefits and to whom.